Most important thing about money and getting what you want is not to have the money, it's to create the things you want. Live where you want, have the expansion you want, the views you want, go where you want. Number one, you have to know how to make it. Most people don't know how to make money. Number two, fewer people know how to keep it. That's discipline. You got to have discipline, and you're not going to have discipline if you don't have goals. Why would I keep money if my goals are either perverted, short-sighted, or maybe too small? So you got to have monster goals, and that's going to create the discipline necessary to keep what you went out and earned. And number three, then you got to figure out how to multiply. Now, you don't need to figure out how to multiply. When I was 25 years old and I'm broke, I didn't need to work on multiplying it. I didn't even need to work on keeping it because I didn't have any. In the very beginning, from the age of 25 to 35, all I did was work on, particularly in the first 3 or 4 years, all I worked on was, how do I learn how to sell? Man, I think it's bright. How do I learn how to sell? How do I learn how to market? How do I learn how to promote? How do I learn how to handle people's objections? I'm talking about basic stuff. If you learn to love the thing you hate, you might find a big gift in it. And for me, I didn't like sales. I hated it. I had tried selling when I was 17 years old, lost the job. 18, I tried again part-time during the summer, lost the job. 19 years old, lost the job. I had had 5 experiences in sales and hated every one of them. All different industries. I just kept moving industries thinking, okay, it'll be different. This will be easy to sell. I hated sales. I hated talking to people. I particularly hated the beginning, the rapport building. You know, I'm not good at breaking ice. I can speak to 35,000 people, but I can't go into a room and start warming it up. It's just, I'm uncomfortable. So the point I'm trying to make is, when I was 25, the only job I could get was a sales job. And I said, hey, you got to decide that you're going to get good at this, even if you hate it, because you can't lose another job. It would have been my 6th firing. And I'm like, I cannot lose another job. I went from hating sales to committing to it to becoming now known as like one of the greatest living salespeople on the planet. In the things you hate, like where does the hate come from? The things that just grind you out, like just bug you, there's probably, if you just stay with it and look. Most people are sitting in a student chair too long. You're learning. You like learning, studying, reading, trying to get information. Dude, the way to trick the system is to become something as fast as possible. Don't keep learning. Buy something. This is the easiest, simplest way for somebody to become an investor. I did the deal. I bought the deal with my money, did the research with my money, my time, my energy in my 30 years. I used my cred with the banks and the real estate community to get the deal. That deal's $260 million. Your entire audience could not buy that deal by itself, even if it had the money, because it doesn't have the connection. So I'm buying the deal with my money and my debt. Then once I buy it and close it, I've taken all this risk out. Because once I buy it and close it, then I offer it up to my audience and say, same price that I paid, you can get in at. $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, whatever number you're comfortable with. So what happens is, one, your money's protected against inflation and deflation, okay, against the disruption and destruction of the dollar, which is what's happening right now, is they are purposely destroying the dollar. The very thing they told you for the last 30 years you should save and you should trade your most valuable asset for, they are now destroying the very thing that you've been saving. And they're penalizing you for having it because they pay you nothing to keep it.